Morning, or good afternoon, good evening. How's it going? Fremont Lee here. Views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the person saying it. It's me, Fremont Lee. Hope all is well with you. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful day as I am winding my day. I'm not sure where you went. That was almost Elmer Fudd-ish. I am not sure where you are at the time in which you are seeing this. You could be in your afternoon, you could be in your morning, evening. It is September 4th, 2020. My shirt says, "It's funny how you think I'm listening." I got it at a Five Below store. I wasn't impressed with a lot of their items. But because I used the facility, because, well, I felt like I needed to buy something that way. Hey, okay. I do not have any movies, videos, or anything, or music to show you. Go, hey, look at this. Hey. Not that I sound like that. At least I hope I don't. If I do, I apologize. I'm just being silly. Yeah. Okay. Birthdays today for September 4th. Mitzi Gaynor. Not the singer Gloria Gaynor. Mitzi Gaynor. She's an actress. She was in some stuff. I even went in and looked. I didn't write it down though. Damon Wayans. Beyonce. Michael Berryman, who was in The Hills Have Eyes, 1977, and he was in Weird Science in 1985 as the similar character from, I believe, The Hills Have Eyes. I could be wrong on that, but it was similar because he comes in wearing like the leather thing, and he's like, "Oh, whatever," and he ends up asking, "Could you not mention this?" Because he has it like he's supposed to be the art teacher or science teacher or something so it's like it ruined my job. They're like Anthony Michael Hall, Robert Downey Jr., Robert Russler, Michael Ian Smith, Ian. I'm not sure. He's not doing much. Kelly LeBrock. The two ladies that are in it. The one was in American Ninja. The other one, I'm not so sure as to what else she's been in. Anyway, back to the rest of the people who are celebrating their birthdays today. This, of course, is from the top 100 of 1,167. Mo Brings Plenty, who is on the TV show Yellowstone, 2018 to 2020. Candy Alexander, she was on News Radio with Phil Hartman, Andy Dick, and the one guy from Kids in the Hall. Kathy Griffin, I think, was also in it. Anyway, Ione Skye, who was in Say Anything, 1989. Alan Blumenfeld, I'm not sure. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, who was Freddie Boom Boom Washington on Welcome Back, Kotter. Whitney Cummings, Noah Taylor, Richard Speight Jr., Speight. He was on Supernatural from 2007 to 2018. He was 3 or 4 different characters. Loki, the Trickster. I'm not sure who else he played. Could have been the same character. I don't know. Francois Yip, or Francis Yip, Francoise. And there's like a little thing with the C. Kristen Wilson, Drew Pinsky, Dr. Drew. Writer Matt Nix, who did Burn Notice, the TV series. Mark Ronson, Uptown Funk You Up, Uptown Funk You Up. David St. James, Kia Stevens, who was on Glow 2017 to 2019, David Garrett, violinist, Kenneth Kimmins, who played Howard on Coach from 1989 to 1997, Edward D'Souza, and Cynthia Pepper. To the late Dick York, who played Darren Stevens. He was the first Darren on Bewitched. He retired from the show because he was having back problems. Richard S. Castellano. He was in The Godfather. He was in other things. At least I believe it was him. From the picture on his IMDb page, Internet Movie Database, which is IMDb, I want to say he was the one who said, "Leave the gun, take the cannoli." I believe that was him. Based on the picture, that's who it looked like to me. Leonard Frey, Nicholas Worth, who was in Darkman in 1990, Swamp Thing 1982, and he was the major on the episode of WKRP in Cincinnati, the episode titled "Who is Gordon Sims?" in 1979. That's the one where Venus is wanted by the military. I've mentioned this in a previous video. But yeah, Who is Gordon Sims? The episode where Venus Flytrap talks about his past, where he was in the military. But Nicholas Worth was the guy in that. That's the top 100. So glad that was empty. Mostly empty. I do not have any videos or CDs to talk about. It's approaching 9 a.m. I'm a little late on this. I was watching the video I did yesterday just to hold that thought. Or thanks for watching. Hello. Refrigerator's been replaced. That's all I'm checking for. It's no problem. Okay. Maintenance to the apartment complex I live in. He was inquiring as to if my refrigerator was fixed. I let him know that it had been replaced or had already been placed. I'm not sure if he had the right apartment, so that could have been a problem. I hope all, but yeah, my mango drink that I have. Yeah, sorry about that little thing. Checking to see if I've spoken about any of these. Sandman, bring me a drink. Uh, I don't need to. My night was pretty good. I work at a grocery store. I worked in dairy. I was going to start in 6, or no, actually I was going to start in 7, but another person was already there, so I was like, okay. So after I went to get my temperature check, which 93.7, that was low, which is weird because I felt hotter than hot. I felt hotter than that. Ew, hot. Um, what? What are you? What are you? 12? No. Uh, After I got my temperature checked, I went to. I had grabbed my items from the place I put them in 7, stuck them in the cooler, and I was like, I'll just hang out here, right here. So I started conditioning up the cooler. Then I was informed, oh, you're going to be in dairy. Sweet. Ran around looking for some decent L carts. Not the ones that, because they just slam and drop them, and then the bearings in the thing just kind of like tell me about the rabbit truck. It's just one of those you get those funky ass carts. Now, when you're shopping, I want to say the reason sometimes they suck like they do when the wheel is like um, the people who retrieve the carts grab too many, and then when they try to put them inside or stick them next to the building, they drag it across the pavement, which that rubber wheel, so it like pretty much like sandpaper on something, and it's just right across, and it gives that flat spot. So it's like when you're pushing, because sometimes they'll lift the one side to push, so that's why the one wheel gets off up. Um, that's my opinion. I'm not sure if that's actually what happens, because sometimes that front wheel kind of like, and it's like, what the hell's wrong with this? So, but it's the when the back wheel has like that little scuff mark where it's like flat. That dragging across the pavement, I believe, is the reason why. You figure we had new carts, shopping carts, about a year and a half ago, and some of the carts are like all junky after the 3rd month we had them. That's why. Then of course they're left out in the parking lot when it snows, when it rains. Um, then they're brought into the warmth of the store, which is warmer than the snow outside, right? So yeah, it gives that whole thing right there. How's your day going? I hope it's going well. Um, if not, I'm sorry. Hopefully it does get better. Last night in Michigan, yesterday afternoon rather, in Michigan, 3-digit was 404. Now, anyone who speaks computer language, the 404 is usually like a network error or an error of some sort. So 404 was kind of funny, and it had me laughing. The evening 3-digit Fantasy 5, whatever drawing that happens at 7:30 or a little after, or around 7:30. It's usually up by 8:03, 8:02. It was about 9:15. It still wasn't up. Results pending, which made the fact that the afternoon 3-digit was 404, that error thing. So it just had me laughing. I was just, ah. The evening 3-digit ended up being 388. I played 911. So the fact that I had the double digits was there, just not the right double digits. Or that first one wasn't even accurate. Uh, so as usual, I had shit. Yeah, so my brother wrote them down this morning. I have this idea of having my own place, and because I've written a couple of books, one of the books is two of the books is about a detective agent, a detective, or two detectives. But I figure I'd want the garage, right? So part of it would be the garage. I'd keep the lawnmower, park my car, or secondary vehicle, because I figure one car and something else. That way, like maybe in winter, I could drive the truck or something that would have 4-wheel drive. So I'm like getting the traction I need or whatever. Um, I don't know. I'm just thinking right there out loud. Um, so I'd keep the car maybe in the garage, or so I can change my own oil, get the uh, for the oil changes, which my car needs an oil change. I'm not sure where else to go. Oh, right. Part of the garage would look like that, but the other part, because it would be an elongated looking garage, um, I would have I would have a a stairway going up to in the inside for the second floor of the thing. So uh, the office of the that would that would be my so when I have pictures taken for the book, I could have the picture of it would be the garage with the side of the garage where the window for the detective agency would be there, and the basement, the first floor, I would have the gym. So there'd be like the workout facility place. So I'd have like because it wouldn't go back as far as a real building. It would almost have to be painted to where it would look like it was elongated or something. Uh, but I would have some workout equipment there, treadmill or two, so it looked like there was with a TV maybe hanging on the wall. There would be no real door there. It would look like a real door, but no. Although it might be a safety issue, fire hazard or something. Although if the garage was on fire, I would bust out the window. Just saying. Um, sorry, it's my dream. It's my little fantasy. I should say, not dream, fantasy, because it it isn't happening yet, and I'm hoping. I know that with my current book for the detective, the main detective, Simon Day, McAdeen Simon Day. McAdeen is named after an uncle. Uh, Simon Day was just the name I thought was kind of neat. It was like, um, and yes, in one of the books I do, Simon Says, and I'm like, and the person kind of pauses for a second, realizing that they just said Simon Says, and it was just, but then they continue. Anyway, the first floor would be the workout facility with the thing. So I personally could actually, one of the pictures I could change. We could do the photo thing where it's like I'm on the treadmill as somebody else, like wearing a wig, just um, and upstairs as the detective, just kind of looking out the window. Just one of those gazing at the horizon, the sunrise or the sunset, depending on which way the. I'm not sure if I've described it in the book, any of the books, but I figure why not? But it would be blurred enough, I think, or where it would be shadows to where you couldn't tell it was me as the author of the book, unlike the first book where I'm drinking a cup of coffee and it's like and stuff. I should have photo tricked, given a little photo, whatever, make it look hand drawn or something. I'm hoping that the cover to my next book, or the one I should be typing instead of doing this video or these videos, um, or playing on Facebook or watching videos. And if I had my place, if I won the lotto, I'd have my place. I could write it whenever I wanted, but I have to sleep at some point and work at a place. I currently don't make enough at writing, but if I was able to get it into a series of books, maybe somebody would be like, "Hey, this guy's kind of weird. Let's see if we can make it a TV show." My first book, McKnight and Day, Day's Night. No, McKnight's Day and Day's Night, apostrophe in there, which I thought was kind of neat, like because it's yeah. Um, I wrote it as was looking at it, or as if I was watching a show, because it was sectioned out to where it's like and then be like a station break, a commercial break, or whatever, and then into the next segment. The second book, The Case of the Missing Family, McKnight and Day, Case of the Missing Family, was, I think that was it, Case of the Missing Family? I'm not sure. That was more of a longer, it was a longer book. You figure my first book was 25 pages. The first page was the title, so it was 24 pages. I did not section it right when I was editing, because I did not do the page break and then give it a new, not section, chapter. That was it, chapter. I didn't give it a new chapter heading, or I did give it a new chapter heading, but it was like halfway down, and then chapter heading, chapter 3. So it was like, I could have gone back in to fix it, but I didn't. But yeah, I figured if I had the place, I could have like things I needed that would help me pretend I was the detective in a sense. I mean, not really, but like I'm delusional, but more of like, okay, how would he do this? Yes. Not that he'd talk like that. Uh, and instead of 2 bathrooms, it would just be the one. Maybe a closet on the other side. The door, like the old time TV shows or movies where it's like, man, she eats me in my office. I sat in the chair and whatever. Um, it was a terrible job, like, um, I don't know. It just, you know, maybe I'd take my notebooks or notebook or something, uh, sit in the mall for a minute or sit in the restaurant, kind of write like a dialogue scene or something. And of course, I still have my other fantasy of, baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me. I'm sitting in this apartment making a video on YouTube for you to see. uh, but that I almost want to do a TV show. I'm not sure what about, but have a radio station. I figure the TV show, I have a whole thing in there with a place and another place, and it's like sometimes it's over there, sometimes it's over there, but sometimes it's same person isn't over there and over there. I don't know. I never dream of being with someone, like having someone in my life, girlfriend, fiance, something. No, I don't. I don't think about that. I'm 49 years old. You know, my birthday is going to be October 25th. So at this point in time, September 4th. Oh, how many days are in this month? 30. Yeah, so 26 and 25, so 51 days. Technically 50, because so in 50 days I'll be 50, or 5150 with Van Halen. If I wanted to go that route and make a reference to Van Halen, it would be 51 days I'll be 50. Sorry about that, and thank you for those who said bless you or gesundheit. If you didn't, hey, well, gesundheit myself. Um, but yeah, because where I'm living now, the place in which I am thinking about having this would not be in this town. I figure I would want it not necessarily in the boondocks, like out in the boonies, like, gee man, what's this one? None of that type of shit. Like, none of that crap. But it would be near a big town, just like I'd kind of be out near the country, or because I really don't want to have neighbors playing their music going. If you figure I'd be where I would be, I would also hope not to have cigarette smoke or weed being smoked. Little ganja, uh, some Kush, whatever you want to call it. I don't. I'm not against people smoking that, but it's not something I really want to smell, like a dead skunk or live skunk that's sprayed. I really don't want to smell that either. Or the one coworker that doesn't. I don't. I don't want to say they don't bathe, but there's a certain odor that, like, maybe were doing some yard work or something, and they didn't, and then they slept, and then they came into work without bathing. Some people do that. That's no problem. I don't, but if you can smell it, there's a problem. You figure if you can smell yourself, other people have been able to smell you for a while. You figure I shower every, sorry, it's a little clip from my drink, putting in the plastic bag for the veterans thing. If they are still doing that, it's like 10 cents or something for each one. I don't know who does that. I know when my dad worked, or worked, it was work, but he volunteered. He volunteered for the VFW over in Chelsea. He would go around collecting newspapers from people who were saving them. Uh, Cans, I think. I think he collected cans. Not returnable cans, but like soup cans or something. It was. I remember the newspapers. Um, I think he was doing that for the VFW, but it was kind of with the. I was going to say the Beach Boys. That's not right. The Boy Scouts. I don't. I remember helping him once, and I don't, or a couple of times, but I just don't. The memories you have of your father, your mother, grandparents. Sometimes you don't always remember them, but when they come to you, sometimes it's a good thought. Sometimes it brings a tear to your eye. I'd have to look up my dad's passing. I'm thinking it was April 26th, 2007, or it was April 27th, 2006. If that's the case, it's been 14 years. So it's either been 13 or 14 years since my father passed away. And it's been, in 2 weeks, it'll be 2 months since my mother passed away. She passed away July 15th of this year, 2020. I haven't, I mean, there have been times I've been wanting to talk to her about things that, for whatever reason, and I can't. Well, I could, technically. I could talk to her. But for her to talk back might be something I won't be able to hear. I'm deaf in my right ear. I bought hearing aids uh, because they came in a packet of two through Audion, something. I'm not sure if it works because either I'm not used to it or my hearing is so far gone. I don't have one in now. Um, it's been a couple of days since I actually wore it because you figure on my days off, I don't really need to wear it. But I think if I did hear her, I'm not sure if it would be in my imagination or if I would actually have heard her or something. I don't know. August 25th, it was my 10-year anniversary at the place I work. Didn't get a dinner due to the fact that the stuff going on. I thought there was going to be a dinner at the 1 year anniversary, but oh no, we only do that for 3, 5, and 10. My 3 year anniversary came up. Oh yeah, they changed it to just 5 and 10. My 5 year came up. Oh yeah, it's just for the 10 year or anything more than that. Now my 10 year came up. COVID, no, no dinner. Be like that joke on what is it, red buttons. Why are we giving this man a dinner? He's on YouTube. I'm sure you could check it out. The late red buttons doing people never got a dinner. Why are we celebrating this person? He never got a dinner for doing this. This person never, it was a shtick. It was funny. Never got a cake either. Still haven't gotten a cake. Not that I need a cake. Trying to lose weight or maintain. I know I don't want to get up to 240. I was almost up to 240. I've gotten back down to 220 though, or at least I did. I'm not sure where I'm at now because I just haven't really felt like doing things like typing my story up. I hope all is well with you. I'm good. I'd like to think I'm good. I know that I don't want to be here anymore in this place. I don't want to be at the place I'm working either, but that's going to take some doing because there really isn't anything I want to do right now. Excuse me. You figure in this town, factory work, fast food, grocery stores, gas station. I've worked fast food. I don't want to go back. I've worked gas stations. I don't want to go back. I've worked in a couple of factories. Not really wanting to do that. Pay is good, but there's a casino nearby. I could probably always work there, but then I'd have to maintain my shaving. I'd have to keep up on that. I think, unless I grew a beard, depending on what I was doing for the casino, which I don't want to handle money. I don't want to deal with people. I know, most people are like, oh, get that at a grocery store. People just. I had some ladies tell me, uh, she wanted like a case of water, and I was like, I couldn't find a case of water, but I did find uh, these. Oh, that guy said I could get them for the same price. I just found these. You did not know we had these. What guy told you that you could get these for the same price? One day I found those Adidas uh, like slippers, house slipper, the um, kind of like the thong where you put the toes in, but it was like just the slipper where you put your foot in, and there was like open back and just you put. I found a pair in my Shamrock. That's the container we put cardboard into. I had flipped it upside down in the back to empty onion, uh, the red um, loose stuff that's on the onion, right? And cardboard, plastic, whatever junk that was in there that I couldn't just fish out. And so it was empty. I took it out to the floor, started working the aisle 7, putting the cardboard in. Uh, had to take a leak. It's what happens when you're on blood pressure medication that's supposed to flush your system. And I was drinking water, so I had to pee. Uh, so I used the bathroom. I come back, and the pair of slippers uh, was on the bottom, was inside the Shamrock on the bottom, underneath cardboard. And because um, the strap that you put your toe in, the one side was ripped off. It's like, okay, these are broken now, and they've been worn. You could tell they've been worn. People had it. Someone had it on their feet. Did they walk out wearing a new pair? Because when you get those, there's like that little, there's like a hanger with like the things coming up, so they're like on it. I will find that empty hanger in the aisle behind a 12-pack of Pepsi, behind a 6-pack of spring water, sparkling flavored water, Perrier, whatever. I don't, and it's like behind the Fago, baby hangers for like I don't mean baby hangers like mama. No, I mean like for clothes, the little hangers with the like a little neat skirt or blouse, whatever, for like a onesie. I don't know what the hell was on it, but the hanger would be behind the juice uh, bottles of juice. I didn't mean to do that. That was like squeaky, squeaky. But the bottle. Well, that doesn't even do any better. But like for the bottle, the Knott's apple juice, or wherever there'd be like a gap, and they'd kind of like put the hangers behind it. I do not work at Walmart, but that is what these people who do that, putting those hangers back, putting the car, clothes wherever, and that's what they're making the place I work at feel like. And I know Walmart isn't necessarily a bad store. They might treat their employees a little funky. I don't know. I can't say for sure one way or the other because I don't work for them. The store I work at tend to treat their people a little better for the most part. But I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to work there anymore. I want to win the Mega Millions, have my dream, my fantasy of that place, that building with the workout facility on the ground floor, the office for the detective on the second floor with the window so I can look out and be like, yeah, and then write stories about either the detective or something, or maybe like the other place I think of. I don't want to go into detail about that, but I figure I could write something else there, like, excuse me, but I could write other stories there for things. Well, thank you for watching. I am 45 minutes. I apologize for taking up so much of your time. I do thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, thank you. Um, God bless. I hope things are working out for you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Stay hydrated. Eat healthy. Hope you get some rest. Don't eat healthy and then go to bed. That food will just sit right there in your stomach. You'll wake up and it'll be like, "Why do I got gas?" You know, that's what happens. Uh, it's like, "Oh, I need a big meal." Then I'm gonna lay down and take a nap, and then you get up. Oh, that feels good. You just ate and then took a nap. It's I ate. I'm sitting on here, the computer going, hey, hey. Maybe I'll play some games later. But I'm up for another 3, 4 hours after I've eaten, and then I'll go to bed. So it's like I do get a little exercise before going to bed. It's not like I eat and then I'm gonna lay take a nap. Um, I had a salad, so that's a salad inside me right now. It's not meat. I don't have like a hamburger with bacon and cheese or anything. I don't have that inside me. I try to eat light before I go to bed. Then when I get up, then I'll have a hamburger with bacon. It's like that's my breakfast. Um, I don't usually have cheese, so don't I don't eggs. I forgot to get eggs. I'll put that on my list for tomorrow. But yeah, it's because the way I mean, you eat more when you wake up or after waking up. That way you have time during the day to work that off. And then at night, then you have the small, like a snack. That way you don't have all that food sitting inside your stomach and you're like, big old freaking what's his face from Star Wars. I was gonna say Boba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt. I was mixing it up with Boba Fett. But yeah, you figure Jabba the Hutt, the big slug thing. Yeah, you end up looking like that. Like not all people who are heavy, are like that. It's just I don't know. Views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the idiots saying it. Um, ooh, almost 50 minutes. I said that at 45, and I'm still going. Well, I do thank you for watching. Please be kind to each other. We're all going through shit. I I know I say that, but we are. Uh, it could be good shit, could be bad shit, but it's good shit. But it's shit happening either way. I hope all is well with you. I do thank you for watching. Take care.